everybody, this is Bedazzle and welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry I haven't posted a video in a long time. I have been very busy, but today I am starting a new series in which we are going to just go over the basics of Minecraft, and it's going to be called Minecraft for Noobs because I remember when I first started out, I was just like, wait, but you're explaining all this complicated stuff, but how do you do the basic stuff? So today we're just going to be talking about the different ways, the different modifications you can make when creating a world. So, first off, you have survival mode, hardcore mode, and creative mode. Survival mode is usually what people play when starting off, because that is the basis of Minecrafting, where you start, you have a world, you do all of that stuff. So we're just going to put ours in survival, and you can make a world name. So make sure not to just leave your world names all the same, because you'll get really confused. Okay, so let's say that's all you want to do. That was when you would click Create New World. But for most people, you want to adjust the world. So a seed is a specific set of numbers and letters that corresponds to a specific world. So let's say somebody said, oh, I got this really cool world. It has lots of ravines and all of this. They could give you the seed, and you could put it in there, into here, and that's what would generate that same world. It would not have the same structures, but it would be the same nature layout. Generate structures. This is villages, dungeons, etc. This you want to keep this on if you want to be able to raid dungeons, if you want to be able to get all of the things that you can't craft in Minecraft. So generally you want to leave this on unless you're playing a specific world. Allowing cheats, most people don't allow cheats in survival mode because that can mean that you can go into creative mode, or you could set the time difference or toggle the weather. So that can be considered cheating. So most people only put that on if you're playing creative mode. But sometimes I will leave this on if I'm playing with more people, so then we can toggle weather and such. The world type. Default just means that it's going to have all of the biomes, and it's going to have multiple different levels. Super flat. This is the world where there's only 2 blocks. And that's this. If you want to just play with a village, I recommend this because it's the easiest to find a village. You can also customize super flat to all of these different worlds. So just regular, making it really deep, making it all water. If you want just like nothing, then this one would be the one to pick. You can also do large biomes, which is actually really hard to play because you have to walk for a very long distance to find other biomes, or let's say you get stuck in like a desert biome, you might have to walk a really far way to get water. So if you're looking for a challenge, you might want to set it to large biomes. And amplified is very crazy. It makes the cliffs really tall and such, but make sure that this has crashed my Minecraft before, so generally don't do this usually. And you can customize, so then you can say the sea level, the strongholds, which are the ways to get to the end. So the end is where there's the Ender Dragon, and it's like a really big challenge. So if you are planning to go to the end, make sure to leave that on. Mine shafts. This is where you can find a lot of dungeons, and they just appear in the bottom in caves. So this can be really cool when you're playing. If you're like mining for diamonds or something, it's a lot easier because there's normally torches and wood and chest full of stuff. Ocean monuments, those are new, and those are really cool. Those are how you get some of those, what are the blocks called? You can get a lot of cool blocks from the ocean monuments, and they are very hard to do because you need water breathing helmet and such to do them, but it's a really cool challenge, especially if you go into an all ocean world. Dungeons are again where you can find chests and also spawners that will spawn monsters so you can fight them off. Water lakes, that's pretty self-explanatory. Lava lakes, those are also pretty. Lava oceans, if you turn that on, it'll be very weird. Biome size, this is how you adjust, so like large biomes are obviously a lot larger size. So if you're like, I don't want to have to go very far, I would recommend turning this down. So making biomes fairly small, because then it'll be easier just to have everything near you. Villages have pre-made structures and chests full of stuff in the, if you find the all stone building, that's the blacksmith, and that is where you can find a lot of stuff, and it's great because they have farms set up. So if you're starting new in a world, it's really easy to create a structure there until you build your own house. Temples, they don't really have, they also have chests and pre-made structures for you to live in until you create your own structure. Ravines, these are the best because generally it goes very far down, and so you don't lose yourself in a cave. Dungeon count. I already explained what dungeon is, but you can adjust that. Water lake rarity, obviously that's not going to be very rare. If you want to make the lava lakes more common, then you can bring that down. And this is where if you just want one world with just one biome, you can go through. So there's ocean, which will just be all oceans. That's how you can most easily find an ocean monument. Plains, that's where there's like horses and cows and sheep. Desert, extreme hills, it's very tall and very low. Forest, that's just a usual biome. Taiga is a frozen area. Swampland, they have mushrooms, that's where you can find witches. There's a lot of other ones throughout here. I'll just scroll through them so you can see all of them. Generally, you don't want to pick one of these because then that's all you have. So unless you're specifically like usually creative, I'll pick one of those if I'm just like, oh, I just want to build this and this. River size, again, this will make the rivers wider. And there are many more things to choose from. These are the different ore settings. And these ones, I would, not mess with these, as they are more difficult. So let's just set it at default. So these are the really coolest, that's one of the ones you can most mess with in a world. So generally I would stick with default, but if you want, there are all these other options. Bonus chests are, when you start off the game, you'll get a small chest full of some wooden tools, food, and torches, and it's surrounded by torches. So if this is your first survival world ever, I would really recommend turning this on. But it's considered makes the game more easy. Okay. So that is basically it. So let's go ahead and generate our world. So we are in a beautiful jungle biome, and here is our chest. So we've got some wood, tools. That axe is going to be very important. Sticks, that's good. And an apple. We're going to get, those are the basics of creating a world. I hope you guys like this new series idea. If you do, leave a like and a comment, and make sure to subscribe. I'll be posting a new video as soon as possible, which will be how to survive your first few nights in your new world. So thank you, everybody, and make sure to comment and like. Stay fanciful. Bye!